Tonight on Sports Saturday, clear the lane. We're 10 weeks away from Alabama football, and we've got important people coming through. Nick's in Louisville.
This is a really privilege and an honor.
Courtney's in Eufaula.
It's all about the kids.
Dre's talking to Rich.
Alabama boys, we make a little noise.
We check in with them all. Plus, is Herschel ready to make the comeback to the NFL?
He's running over people! Oh, you Herschel Walker!
Oh yeah, so gather round. We're all friends here. Most places are only doing 4 minutes of sports tonight.
No way. Yes way.
Don't be ridiculous.
I agree. So put away the selfie sticks. We're here for you, rain or shine. And we start right now.
From the campus of the University of Alabama, live sports. From Alabama's sports team, this is WVUA Sports.
Well, it didn't take very long for the undrafted Trevor Lacey to land with an NBA team. The Eastern Conference champs, the Cleveland Cavs, picked up Lacey to be a part of their summer league team. Lacey, of course, played 2 years in Tuscaloosa before transferring to NC State, where he promptly led the Wolfpack in scoring a year ago. Still no word on where Levi Randolph will end up. Welcome in, everybody, to Sports Saturday. I'm BJ Millican. Jen Chapman has the night off. We're just 10 Saturdays away from the beginning of college football season. It's hard to believe. So we lead off with a former Bama star giving back to his community. Baltimore Ravens linebacker Courtney Upshaw back in Eufaula this morning, leading his free kids camp. It's the second year Courtney has come back to his hometown to run this camp. He stressed the importance of not only working hard on the field, but in the classroom as well.
Definitely got to work. You got to grind. You got to continue to, like I said, if you want to make it, you got to put forth the effort and put in that work to get to where you want to get. You don't have to be an athlete to get up out of Eufaula. I mean, you can go to college and be whatever you want to be, engineer, anything, doctor, you know what I'm saying? But you got to put in necessary work. And like I said, it starts in the classroom. Luckily, when I got that first scholarship offer from Auburn, I was told I had to get my grades right. So, before it was too late, I started to get the help that I needed. And so, I mean, I tell the kids, like, it starts in the class. So, start early, too, so.
Upshaw certainly learned a lot from that guy. Nick Saban, the Crimson Tide's head coach, was in Louisville last night to accept the Blanton Collier Award given out for integrity on and off the field. Coach Saban was asked about how he's enjoying a little summer vacation this year.
I used to get itchy after about 3 days of vacation, but I think when you get a little older, you get a little wiser and you learn how to be where your feet are. And if it's a day to play golf, enjoy it. The season's going to come. Now you do have to invest some time in preparing for the season, and I always look forward to that. So we try to create some balance in our life, in with the maturity that we've gained.
How long did it take you to realize you need to have that balance?
About 40 years.
Years, not too bad. Potential bad news, though, for Ole Miss All-SEC offensive lineman Laramie Tunsil. He was arrested Friday in Oxford for punching his stepfather. Now, Tunsil was allegedly protecting his mother in the incident which happened on Thursday. Head coach Hugh Freeze released this statement on Saturday saying that he could have handled it differently, that's Laramie, but he was proud that Tunsil was protecting his family. Now, Laramie and his mother have pressed charges against his stepfather. Now, Tunsil is sure to be a high draft pick in the NFL when he does decide to go pro. Several Alabama standouts also looking to keep things going at the next level. One of those is Niners wideout DeAndrew White. He wasn't drafted, but he continues to impress all of his coaches and teammates. They say that he was one of the most targeted of the 12 wide receivers on the 49ers roster during minicamp, so he's looking pretty good. Now, if White is still in San Fran on December 20th, he may be covered by former Bama cornerback Dre Kirkpatrick. Dre sat down with Rich Eisen on his radio show this week to discuss a variety of topics, including how LSU players are filling NFL rosters. Dre says, not so fast.
The Bama boys, we make a little noise. I feel like we got some key guys and guys that play key roles in the NFL right now. And hey, those guys are living their dream. You know, it really doesn't matter what school they go to. And, you know, I just feel like, you know, I wish them the best. But, you know, when we play them, you know, I still carry that Roll Tide in my heart.
How did Nick Saban make you better?
Just pretty much growing me, you know, helping me mature. You know, I needed a tough coach, and he showed me tough love, and that's what I needed. And I feel like he helped me in the long run to overcome the future adversity that I've received.
Now, you know, we know Jameis Winston's love of crab legs. Well, the Bucs rookie quarterback and Birmingham native told reporters that he wants to cut back a little bit and lose some weight. He says he's currently at 238. Now, Jameis wants to get back skinny, is what he says. He's aiming for about 230 pounds, which is what he weighed as a redshirt freshman at Florida State. Good luck, Jameis. You know, you can't tell me this guy needs to lose weight. This is a current picture of former Heisman Trophy winner Herschel Walker. Look at this guy. He's ripped. He recently caused a stir by declaring that he could still play in the NFL. I don't doubt him. Falcons head coach Dan Quinn clarified today that Atlanta would not be signing Walker, despite joking that they had some room for him. So no comeback just yet for Herschel. Sports Saturday is coming back, and when we do, we return 2 big injuries in the majors, and the Braves try to stop the bleeding against the Pirates. But as we go to break, watch the nice play today in Oakland. The ball boy might just have a future in a baseball uniform, not snagging balls. Whoa! Nice play. Stay with us. More Sports Saturday is coming up next. He's enjoying a great year in Double-A, and now he's the subject on one-on-one with Jen. Tim Anderson is a Tuscaloosa native who is the top prospect for the Chicago White Sox. Hear a little of his story tomorrow on Sports Sunday. But first, here's a piece of that which he describes the strange way he knew he was going to get into playing baseball.
When I was growing up, I threw a rock through my grandma's screen door, and I cracked it. And my mom signed me up, and I've been playing ever since.
So there you go. Very Bo Jackson-like. I know he had a story kind of similar to that. Now, we're looking forward to that Sunday night. You can see the whole thing on Sports Sunday. Now, the Atlanta Braves are in the middle of a tough stretch. They've lost 4 in a row and are attempting to right the ship in Pittsburgh. And, hey, these aren't your dad's Pirates. Charlie Morton on the mound for the Bucs. A.J. Przinsky rips this one down the line and right. But Nick Markakis, I always mess this guy's name up, he was not blessed with speed. He is mowed down. Watch this. You even hear the announcer say he's a slow runner. Neil Walker with the gun, still scoreless. Scary moment right here for the Pirates fans in the first. Andrew McCutchen hit on the elbow by Julio Teheran. Pitch, McCutchen would leave the game. X-rays were negative. He'll be reevaluated Sunday. Meanwhile, the Pirates' bats came alive, and they downed the Braves 8-4. They've lost 5 in a row. Another big injury in the National League. Miami Marlins slugger Giancarlo Stanton will miss 4 to 6 weeks with a broken bone in his wrist. Stanton was leading the majors in homers and RBI. He'll also miss the All-Star game. Not a good team, or not a good news for a team who's not very good. They are well under 500. Now, the Marlins could use an umbrella. The PGA guys at the Travelers Championship on Saturday. Georgia Bulldog Bubba Watson was the leader heading into the day, but watch this shot. He's yelling at fans, "Get out of the way!" This one's going in the woods. He drives it right into the trees. He was, however, able to save par thanks to this lucky bounce. Look, it bounces right in the bunker. He finished tied for second at 13 under. Now, everyone chasing this guy, Brian Harmon, who enters Sunday at 14 under. Sprint Cup guys on the road course this week in Sonoma. Tony Stewart has not won here since 2005, but he's going to start 7th with a nice run. Another good qualifying run today from Kurt Busch. He starts 2nd, but it was not good enough to unseat the scorching fast run for A.J. Allmendinger.
As soon as that red flag came out, it was like cars fired off back out there and put down some big laps. So I knew if I went out there and hit my marks, we should have a good shot at it. And both laps were pretty solid. You know, you can always nitpick and find a little bit more here or there, but I just tried to make sure I hit my marks and got everything I could out of it, and it worked out.
Those road courses are always fun. It kind of reminds me of the games I used to play on Nintendo back in the day. Here's a starting grid for Sunday's race. Allmendinger, that's a humdinger of a name, will try to win for the first time ever at Sonoma. He's followed by Kurt Busch, Matt Kenseth, Kyle Larson, and California native Jeff Gordon. Hey, we're wrapping up Sports Saturday next with an amazing feat that began right here in Alabama, and also Avery Johnson honored tonight. We'll have the video when we return. all felt the need to compete in a triathlon, right? No? Okay, well, what about 50 triathlons in 50 days in 50 states? That's what James Lawrence is doing. He calls himself the Iron Cowboy, and he's racing to bring awareness and raise funds for childhood obesity. He says it's going to be tough, but it's well worth it.
People are concerned about, my heart rate and my health, and when I'm on the bike, I'm sitting at 103 heart rate, and adults with obesity and heart problems, their heart rates are much higher than that all day, 365 days a year.
Now, by the end of this, James will have swam 120 miles, biked 5,600 miles, and run 1,310 miles. Pretty impressive. I don't know if I could do it. Now, much more sports coming your way tomorrow on Sports Sunday. Before we go, here's some scenes from Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame banquet tonight, where Alabama coach Avery Johnson, one of 8 new inductees. Congrats to the coach, and we'll see you tomorrow on Sports Sunday, where you'll see one-on-one with Jen and Tim Anderson. Good night, everybody.